Everybody knows you never go full retard.
Here we go again. YouTube doing everything in their power to piss off us creators from who they take 45% of every video's earnings. There have been recent developments that are scary and changes in Google policies that are plain dumb. Before we get into that, I will tell you my history with YouTube and Google and how all the changes affected me over the course of my career. You have probably noticed that I wasn't uploading almost anything after Warhammer Chaosbane. I didn't unfortunately receive Octopath Traveler key that was promised, and YouTube at that same time demonetized my channel for kids, where I was uploading gameplay videos of Mickey Mouse and similar games. Nothing you bastards would be interested in, don't worry. That channel is what feeds me, not RPG Division. Over 70% of my monthly income comes from that channel. Now I am earning zero from it because they have decided that gameplay videos without commentary are not deemed worthy to be monetized anymore, but they were happy collecting their 45% for around 4 years from these same videos. I do not understand why they are treating gameplay as movies, because it is not even similar. My point is, this is only latest way of YouTube affecting my job in negative way, and one that completely killed my will to do anything YouTube related. Usually when I don't do guides, I cover some newer games through gameplay or do rambling videos like this one, but this time I couldn't force myself anymore to do anything. To understand why I'm losing will to work on YouTube, we have to go way back when I started working on HD Play gaming channel, which was around 6 or 7 years ago. After about half a year we started getting relatively big with gameplay walkthrough videos, some commentary ones, compilation montage videos, and so on. At that time we didn't know much how everything worked regarding copyright and review embargoes. There was no content ID match then as well. So we were risking posting new games slightly before review embargo, same as everyone else, because at that time companies did not care about it that much. That's when first copyright strike happened. One of our YouTube competitors didn't like us getting big, so they reported us. Imagine working like mad for a long time and being at mercy of your competitors because YouTube couldn't offer basic protection to content creators, who they happily took money from. Curse Network, our MCN, had policy at that time that if you get one strike you are out of partnership. That means without monetization as well, because AdSense wasn't available on Balkan at that time. Really dumb policy, especially for MCN that wouldn't lift a finger to help us in any way, shape or form with our problems. They are great when it comes to ad revenue share, but that's about it. Useless for anything else. So we lost partnership and couldn't get new partnerships because no one would give contract to channel that had strike active. At that time 3 of us were working on it and suddenly went from all having income to none of us having a dime. Thing is, we didn't know that if you appeal copyright strike, it would get removed. Partnership loss and strike affected search engine significantly and channel started flopping. So we have learned from other YouTubers that were doing the same thing, meaning posting new games early, that strikes are fairly common and you just have to appeal them to get them removed. We did appeal it, got it removed and got partnership back. Struggling to get back to where we were views-wise, we kept on working like mad, but nothing seemed to work. It seemed like channel was handicapped after those copyright struggles. Our competition started to catch up to us. See this channel? This channel was nowhere at the time when we started getting big. Big at that time meant having around 30 to 40,000 subs, which we were at. So after some time Metal Gear Rising came out and we decided to post it early a bit, just a bit. I do not remember exactly what happened, but we got hit with 1 strike per video courtesy of Konami Japan, and channel got shut down due to instantly receiving somewhere between 10 to 20 copyright strikes. That never happened to our competition, who did the same bloody thing. Interesting, isn't it? Again, we drew the short straw. That is when I started RPG Division and Kids Gaming World, which is channel for kids that just got demonetized. So a new beginning. At that time YouTube started implementing content ID system. Remember that disaster? Suddenly music companies owned a lot of my videos because of false content ID claims that I could do nothing about at the beginning. One of first major bending over to advertisers and outside pressure moments in YouTube history. This content ID system to this day doesn't work as it should. It is better, yes, but far from perfect. If you appealed content ID claim, these scumbags would reject the appeal and continue earning money from your videos because next step would be going to court, same as with copyright strikes. And vast majority of content creators couldn't afford that and scumbags knew it. After that, I had many more third-party claim, content ID claim, copyrighted content and so many other issues that I wasn't guilty of that I honestly lost track, so couldn't get more into it because I don't remember it anymore, but there were too many things going on and almost nothing was good for us creators. Somewhere around that time community strikes became a thing as well. Don't know exactly when they were introduced, but they were first sign of censorship. And that is what takes us to today and the indoctrination machine that YouTube and Google have become. If you watch quartering video titled "Google got exposed via hidden camera", you will learn a lot about Google. Original video has been taken down because you mustn't know the truth, and I don't want to post it here to risk my channel getting fucked over again. After all that was said in this video, I think you can understand where I'm coming from, I hope. Long story short, Google employees were talking about fairness and how they want to affect whole YouTube and internet with their version of fairness because no one else wants to define it. These same people are also very anti-Trump, as being said multiple times in exposed video, and clearly have an agenda. Just to point out that I do not care about USA politics or politics in general. I do not have a side because all sides are corrupt, rotten, evil and only care about your vote and money and nothing else. Presidents and figures what you see in public representing voters mean nothing. They have no power because corporations, secret services, mafia, powerful individuals and others are controlling everything, including your beloved political public figure and media. You are naive if you think Trump, Obama or other clowns have any power whatsoever in final decision making. Here is hard truth about what's going on around you. Same people who are confiscating drugs are drug dealers. Same people who are fighting against terrorism are terrorists. Same companies that give you antivirus programs make viruses. Same pharmaceutical companies that produce new anti-cold medicines are the ones spreading cold in the first place, and so on. It's sad but true. So here is a question. How do you define fairness? You can't. It is subjective. Same as hate speech. They are just terms to brainwash young people into thinking that censorship is needed because facts are somehow damaging and instead we should be lied to feel better. Only way fairness can be implemented is by law, which already is. Meaning, no matter what you have between your legs, what color you are, what religion you are part of, bears no significance to the punishment if you break it. How some judges and juries perceive guilty parties can always be subjective, but that is normal because we are all humans in the end. However, there is not one line in any law in any country that I know of that says if you are white, black, purple or whatever, you should get more years in jail for the same crime. Correct me if I'm wrong there. Google doesn't think that. Instead, they want to have their own fairness implemented. You know, fairness of teaching their AI to affect search results by giving more exposure to minorities and such because it matters who is saying it and not what is being said. That sound fair to you? I always thought this is definition of unfair advantage. Now some of you might say Google is private company and can do whatever they want. And you are right. Problem is, when you hold internet monopoly and clearly have an agenda that your outreach is way too big and can affect the world, not only one country. When you have that kind of power, you should have ethical concerns. Google is manufacturing voters and that seems to be their prime concern these days. Internet used to be bastion of free speech. Google is doing everything they can to change it, instead of trying to protect content creators who they are milking forever without providing any help at all. Check this post from YouTube team. Blatant lies of indoctrinated peasants who think they are doing the right thing. You know that saying, road to hell is paved with good intentions. Here is crazy idea, maybe Google should stick to tech stuff and leave politics aside. They should seriously consider that, otherwise they won't exist in a couple of years. Alienating this many people is dangerous, not to mention constantly pissing off people who create content that brings you revenue. To end this rambling, I will leave you with Google versus Bing search results for man can and woman can. Make of it what you will.